Gran Saga is a brand new upcoming cross-platform MMORPG, just like Genshin Impact. If Genshin Impact were an MMORPG, you know, as opposed to an online cooperative multiplayer RPG that it currently is. Now, I have done a couple videos on Gran Saga over the last 6 months to a year, but NPIXEL, the developers behind the game, just released a brand new trailer, and you know what? We're gonna go ahead and watch it. Before we do get into this though, let me preface it by stating that while yes, the bottom of the trailer does state that it is in-game mobile footage, Gran Saga is going to be completely cross-platform compatible, meaning that it will be launching onto PC as well, including maybe somewhere down the line consoles. And you know, like, honestly, this very well might be captured in-game footage on a mobile device, but and you know, like, this is supposed to be like the next big South Korean crossplay MMO, and honestly, like, these special effects do look really cool. And the character models themselves, the monsters do look pretty cool, but I don't know, like, I'm gonna go ahead here and compare this to Blue Protocol or even Genshin Impact and state that while, you know, this does look pretty damn good from what I can see, at the same time, like, even the character models don't look nearly as good as they did in Blue Protocol. I'm assuming these are the various different, like, summons that you can attune to your weapons. I'm pretty sure I touched on that at one point in one of my previous videos. Seriously though, we better be able to use attacks like this. If this is actual in-game footage, then there should be skills like that in-game. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that this is a raid boss, and there are no other party members, so, you know, he's trying to tackle this all by himself, for whatever reason. Kind of reminds me of Deathwing. Okay, maybe not so much like Deathwing. This guy looks kind of more like a serpent than he does a dragon. You know what? Lucky he had that shield. Although I feel like the flame should still engulf his head. Pretty sure it's an ice or water elemental affinity summon thing, right? Nope, he just withstood the fire breath. Okay, that's cool. He completely changed his weapon. I wonder if that's doable, like, mid-fight in the actual game. Maybe that's like a limit break from Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that's it for the trailer. Now, the trailer in question really did not showcase nearly as much as I'd hoped, but we did get to see more of the character models, or rather the character model for one of the main characters, Grand Lord Leon. Now, I know that the majority of this was rendered as a cutscene, but it's nevertheless pretty impressive to see. The game is shaping up to look really promising, although I admit I would have preferred to have seen more of the world and the characters. As an example, Gran Saga is an action MMO, yet all we've seen of it is maybe like a minute's worth of actual combat footage spread over the 3 trailers they've released thus far. Granted, what was included in one of the previous trailers, what was shown, the combat specifically, was definitely impressive. There are striking similarities between both Gran Saga and Tales of Arise, which is a new JRPG from Bandai Namco, and that game is right up my alley. The special effects look absolutely fantastic. The combat itself, it looks very fluid. It is kind of like an amalgamation of Black Desert Online, Kurzweil, and Tales of Arise. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to see more of the world, but what we do know is that supposedly the game will feature a completely open world. During its last trailer, we got to see a glimpse of that world, seeing the main character freely run around gigantic open areas, kind of reminding me a lot of Blue Protocol. One thing I did note in the last trailer though, was that the world had an interesting overworld map form of travel akin to the old Final Fantasy and Tales of games. I don't know really how this is going to work considering they are touting this as a large open world MMORPG, but I mean, at present with the information we currently have at our disposal, we're just kinda gonna have to wait it out and see what happens. One thing that did bother me about this trailer, and actually all of the previous trailers as well, is that there seem to be characters. Not once have we heard about character customization, nor have we heard anything pertaining to our own character personally. Like, do we get to choose our character? Do we get to choose whether they're a male or if they're a female? Do we get any kind of customization over our character, over the aesthetic look and feel of our character like we normally do in an MMO? These are questions that need answered fast, because if you look at the end of the trailer, NPIXEL are claiming that the game will still be releasing in 2020. Yeah, so the game could literally just be a few months off. And if we do get to create our character, or heck, even if we don't get to create our character, please, for the love of God, do not gender lock the classes. I know you're a South Korean MMO, Gran Saga. I do, but please, we're better than that. You're better than that. We can be more. You can be more. And yeah, that is honestly pretty much it. This was the brand new trailer. This is the footage, all of the information we currently have thus far. And don't get me wrong, Gran Saga is definitely shaping up to be an incredible looking MMO. It's looking even better than ever, but honestly, whether NPIXEL can live up to this is another thing altogether. But that's just my opinion, my impressions of the upcoming MMORPG. What do you guys think though? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it.